Hey guys, welcome back to AFTV Next Gen. Yeah, I thought I'd put my mask on my eyes this time. We all saw that picture of that guy at
that was hilarious, man. That fan,
at the Emirates.
That fan, you're a legend.
Yeah, you
right?
are.
He found a new way to use a mask at an Arsenal game.
Listen.
Put it over your face so you don't have to watch any of the rubbish that they're serving.
If you are that fan, and we will be checking, get in touch and we'll send you one of these. We'll send you one of these.
Listen, he was brilliant.
You deserve it. But anyway, the reason why I got it on my eyes, not only to demonstrate that it was a horrible performance at the weekend, but this video is sponsored by Mask FC, who of course you've seen before if you've watched my video, and if you haven't, I'm going to tell you very, very quickly. So literally, it's a face mask, very, very good quality, antibacterial finish, they're washable, they've got some nanofiltration technology, which sounds great. Exactly. Nanofiltration.
What does that do?
So like the particles don't get through.
Oh, okay.
So like, you know,
I got one. I didn't even know it did that.
Yeah, it's good. They're reusable, you know, adjustable, everything you need. And you can use code AFTV, and get 10% off your order.
Nano what?
Nanofiltration technology. Exactly. But yeah, all the details are on their website.
And it also stops you from watching Arsenal when they're playing rubbish.
It does.
Just put it on your eyes.
It does as well.
Nanofiltration of watching rubbish.
Exactly, but yeah, 10% off using code AFTV on maskfc.com. All the link you need is in the description, all the information, so go ahead. But as we said, poor performance against Burnley at the weekend.
Harvey, I'm still depressed, man.
Yeah, I know.
Serious.
I feel bad for you.
It's a couple of days and I'm still serious. Burnley at home, man. I mean, no disrespect to these man, but we've never lost to Burnley at home.
No.
What's going on? Honestly, I'm scratching my head every day and I'm thinking, what has happened to Arsenal? Last year, you know, and even not consistently, but in patches we played some great football. Over the years, one thing Arsenal's always been known for, people be like, you know, your mates of other teams, they'll be like, yo, I hate your team, but you play good stuff. At the moment, we can't string two passes together.
Can't string one pass together.
Whip the ball into the box seems to be, that's all we've got right now. I mean, it's just depressing.
Yeah, that's all we've got.
The players that we've got, I know they've been criticised a lot, deservedly so.
Yeah.
But they can be doing way better than what they're doing. It's just shocking.
Arteta got something out of them last season. Yeah, here in patches, here, there.
In the cup.
In the cup, and I also said...
But did he get enough out of them in the league? When I think about it, I've been thinking about this, right? We finished 8th. Yeah. Had it not have been for the win in the FA Cup, we wouldn't even have made the Europa League. We would have finished 8th. But our worst ever finish in the Premier League.
Do you think a season out of the Europa League could do us some good? Because normally I'd say yes, but now I'm thinking, but then we'd never see the
Europa League's not affecting us because...
No, because we're playing all right.
We're playing all right in that, and the kids play, and I mean, that has no bearing upon... I feel that the Europa League in the early stages does not affect a team like Arsenal because they can literally play a second team.
A team like Arsenal. That worries me. A team like Arsenal.
No, but what I'm saying is when you play in the Champions, and when we used to be in the Champions League, that has an effect because week in, week out, more or less, you've got to, even in the group stages, you've got to be playing your strongest team. There's a lot at stake. So you play your strongest team on a Tuesday, Wednesday, strongest team on a Saturday. Tuesday, Wednesday, strongest team. When you're in the Europa League, in the early stages, you play a second team on a Thursday. All your other players have their feet up, and then they play at the weekend. Now, you would never think that.
No.
Maybe during the week, they're doing something they shouldn't be doing. Why they come out and they can't perform? I don't understand what I'm seeing.
Listen, the reason why I said I said something when you said a team like Arsenal is because, we're Arsenal Football Club. There's the badge, all right?
That's all we got.
And we're 15th in the league. If we were at this stage towards the end of the season, we're in a relegation scrap, aren't we?
We're in a relegation scrap now.
Yeah, but I'm saying...
We're in a relegation scrap now. So I was trying to tell Ty the other day, we are in with 5 points.
Whoa. I'm not quite Ty. I had Ty on the show last week. I understand.
Well, you know we're on what I've had to go through. 5 points off the relegation zone. You think that's a joke?
No, I don't. I just
and look at the games we've got coming up. We got the Southampton game Wednesday. We got Everton Saturday.
Iwobi.
Chelsea.
Giroud.
And then Brighton.
Welbeck.
It would just be like us as well for all 4 of those to come and haunt us. Honestly, we are in a relegation fight because at the moment, I cannot see where the points are going to come from. I hope and pray this team proves me wrong. At the moment, the way we play like how we played against Burnley, against Southampton, the way I see them play the other day, they're passing, they're moving, they're brilliance from set pieces, we'll get battered.
Yeah, I think I've got to agree with you on that. And I mean, we all know that
Southampton.
We all know we're on a bad run, and you know, Arsenal attempted 18 shots against Burnley. Okay, the most that we've had in a home Premier League game without scoring since February 2016, where we had 22 shots against Southampton.
Gee, I remember the game. That was Fraser Forster was in goal. And he was like Inspector Gadget that day. We created so many chances and he saved everything. I remember it's one of the best goalkeeping performances I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That game, I remember, this is the difference between now and then, right? That game, as an Arsenal fan, you walked away and you're like, oh, bloody hell, what more could we do? This guy, if we would have peppered him with another 20 shots, he would have saved all of them. He was just on it. But at the moment, all right, maybe in this game we had a lot of shots.
Yeah, but none of them were on target. They're like 4 on target.
And we're not really, you know what I mean, they're not clear cut. I remember that, as I said, that game, my man was pulling off save after worldies. We're not even getting a clear, and then when they do fall, they always seem to fall to Lacazette. And right now, that guy couldn't hit a barn door. He couldn't hit a barn door right now.
I think...
What has happened to Lacazette?
Yeah,
he's awful at the moment.
Well, so is Aubameyang.
Aubameyang,
but
no service, just feeding off of scraps, and then when he does score a goal, it's an own goal.
Yeah.
You couldn't.
The memes were horrible. They were horrible.
You couldn't write it, man.
I mean, as we say as well, we're whipping all these balls into the box from Willian or from Saka, but none of our players are tall. Saka's very short. Willian's quite short. Lacazette isn't very tall. Aubameyang's not that tall. Then our midfield again, El Neni, Ceballos, Xhaka, like none of them are tall. We haven't got Peter Crouch.
Don't mention that name.
Well, not Peter Crouch.
No, Xhaka.
The name that shall not be named.
Because what he did the other day, you know what I can't understand about Xhaka?
I couldn't
Xhaka fell out with the fans because he lost his cool.
Yep. And he's done it again.
He got substituted, lost his cool, did what he did. Got brought back into the fold, the fans forgave him. Xhaka is lucky. There were only 2,000 fans at that game the other day, right? If that had been a full stadium, the fans would have been on him again.
Yeah.
How many more times is this guy going to let us down with a lack of discipline? How many more times?
Well, if he leaves in January, then hopefully he won't, but...
Right? Too many players underperforming. Hector Bellerin.
Yeah.
How poor was he in that game? It's all right talking about you're going to plant trees and you're going to do all these things outside of football. Right now, concentrate on your football because, you know, I thought he started the season quite well, actually.
Yeah, no, he had a couple of assists.
He started the season quite well, and I was like, at last, the real Hector Bellerin is here. And then, I don't know, man, his form's fallen off, which happens.
Yeah, it happens.
But
you've got to
keep your head down, concentrate on your game.
Exactly.
And I just feel that Mikel Arteta now, I don't even want to say it.
Do you reckon? Do you want him to go? Because
he's reaching the end, Harvey. How much more? This is Arsenal Football Club.
Yeah, but I don't think it's just down to him. Listen, it's from the top to the bottom, all right?
Don't get me wrong, you're right. Right at the top, we know for years there's been mismanagement. We've got an owner who don't care. I don't think did he even watch the game at the weekend? I don't know.
Doubt it.
Right? He's probably watching the LA Rams. I don't know if he's, you know, probably. So we know about that, but still, as manager of Arsenal Football Club, you cannot have the record that we've got at the moment.
No, you can't.
4 home games on the bounce lost.
Change.
I've never known this.
You sack Arteta, I really don't think anything's going to change. It's the same. Okay, listen, it's the same players that were average under Arteta last season or good in spells. It's the same kind of core players that meant that Emery left. It's the same kind of core players towards the end of the Wenger era.
You need a manager to come in and save us from relegation. Well, that's how serious it's got.
Nigel Pearson, Neil Warnock,
Not
Sam
Nigel
Allardyce.
Pearson, I've got a name for you. Rafa Benitez.
Yeah, I mean...
He's over in China at the moment. Bring him back in for a season, just say, steady the ship. Steady the ship until we bring in the person that we really want. That's
but
what
then
I do.
There's still a long-term plan that has to come from somewhere for Arsenal.
Of course there does. So we need a long-term plan.
So who's the long-term plan? I still think, I'm not saying Arteta might be the long-term plan, But give him till January. It's not about, for me, who he brings
I'd give him till January.
It's about who he gets
But he needs
out.
to win some of these games that we got up to January. If he loses his next game against Southampton, I'm not sure I would give him till January.
Just the next game. Yeah. Just the next game.
Well, when was the last game we won? Have we won a game in December? No. We won a game in November? No. When was the last game he won?
The last game we won?
Man United away.
Oh, yeah.
That's the last game we won in the league.
I mean, we
right?
played
So
well,
how many more games does he have to lose before we start asking this question? I know it's an uncomfortable question.
There's stuff going on behind the scenes.
A lot of it's self-inflicted by him.
Mesut Ozil, Socrates.
Why is he not playing Saliba? That's his decision.
That's a whole other mess.
Guendouzi, his decision. Mesut Ozil,
do you really think it's his decision?
That's what he said.
But do you reckon he's just
That's what he said.
He shouldn't be taking it.
That's what he said. If I come on here on AFTV and people say, Robbie, what happened to Harvey? And I say, well, I decided not to you be careful, right? I said, I've decided to get rid of Harvey for now. Or Harvey is not up for it. So I've sidelined Harvey for now, right? And
what a way to find out,
right? And then,
on your own show.
And then I bring in somebody else, right? And they're hopeless, right? It's my decision. I made it. If I come on here and I said it was my decision, that's what he did. He owned that decision. When he was asked about Mesut Ozil, he said, my decision, this is for football reasons. Saliba, his decision.
That one puzzles me.
I was at a game, Watford away.
I get it, he's young.
Watford away.
But
Saliba was sat in the crowd when he first signed. That's how much gas he was to be at Arsenal. He was with the fans, sitting in the crowd, watching the game. People, is that Saliba? Don't tell me this guy don't want to put the Arsenal shirt on. I know there's been some little personal things, but come on, man.
I'm not sure if you saw. He was in an Arsenal YouTube video.
I saw it.
Yeah, with Lacazette, and
felt sorry for him.
He says something like, "It's like naming French players that have played for Arsenal," and Lacazette said William Saliba. And apparently that was the wrong answer because Saliba was like, "Well, I haven't played."
Well, he's right.
I haven't played. So
he said, "I ain't played." Then you can see a guy that. Come on, man. These are Mikel Arteta's decisions. Yeah. They're big decisions.
I know he says they are, but I wonder
big decisions that when they go right, everybody will commend you and say, well done, Arteta. You were right to leave out Ozil. But if they go wrong...
Which they are at the moment.
Your decision. You're the manager. You're the guy in charge.
I've got a couple more stats.
You live and die by them.
A couple more stats to give you. Before we get on to that, I just want to know about... Oh, where was I? What was I thinking about? Oh, yeah. I want to know from what Evra said about what Henry said about Granit Xhaka, and Henry turned the TV off when he saw Granit Xhaka on there as captain. do you think that is true? And two, he shouldn't have said that though.
He shouldn't have said that, but why would he say it? Why would he make up something like that?
I know.
I don't think he should have said that because he's put Henry under a bit of pressure now, I guess.
Yeah, which speaks volumes though, doesn't it?
I can imagine Henry, that type of guy, doing that, saying, I can't watch this guy manage him. Because I think a lot of these great ex-players look at what's happening now and they're just like, I can't believe this club that... Yeah. Remember those guys like Henry,
the peak years of Arsenal.
They're the ones who... There's a lot of people who follow Arsenal Football Club right now. It's because of those guys when they played for the club, right? And they really... love Arsenal Football Club. I've met Henry a couple of times. He loves Arsenal. I remember I met him at this. It was this event that Sky were doing at the start of the season.
Didn't you beat him in a?
Yeah, I wasn't going to mention that I beat him in a crossbar challenge.
Sorry, Robbie.
Right,
staying humble, of course.
And I've also beaten Cecil in the crossbar challenge. Well, we're going to mention those things. But
DT?
What I was going to, I haven't took him on yet, but that'd be light work.
All right.
But what it is with Henry, I remember that day. I literally spent the whole day with him, walking around. It was like a sports day event thing. Me and him all day, and I can tell you that guy spoke about Arsenal literally the whole day. He loves Arsenal Football Club. He absolutely adores it. So when you hear him saying those things, it's because it's breaking his heart. Yeah, he wants this club, even though he ain't here no more, he wants this club to succeed. He wants this club to be great again.
Oh, he's not the only one, is he?
Make Arsenal great again.
Oh God! Maybe we need him to buy us.
Maga.
Maybe he'll put some money in. Anyway, a couple more stats. So 10 goals after 12 Premier League games is our lowest at this stage of a top flight season since 81-82, when we only scored 8. But you look on paper, right? Willian, Saka, Lacazette, Aubameyang, maybe Ceballos, Nketiah, whatever. Goals.
Terrible.
But
how can we not be creating anything? We've got a guy who's worth 350 grand a week. Divides a lot of opinion, I know, but nobody can tell me that he shouldn't be in the squad minimum.
All right, well, okay, let's say he's not going to come back. What about some of the young players, perhaps?
Give him a chance. Emile Smith-Rowe. I like that kid. You know what I mean? I thought he played well in the game against Dundalk. He was on the bench. Yeah. All right. Again, because Xhaka got sent off, I guess you couldn't bring him on in that game, so I'm not going to fault Arteta for that, but give him a chance.
I still think someone like Balogun, or I think not someone like Balogun. Balogun
maybe
should have been on the bench.
Balogun on the bench. Balogun's played in 2 games. He scored 2 goals. He looks sharp as a razor.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Sometimes you just say, kid, go on there. I'm just going to throw you in, try and get me a goal, son.
I'm worried about the speculation with him off to Liverpool.
Links with Liverpool and all kind of stuff.
I mean, he won't play there. Let's be real, he won't.
Won't he? Maybe. Look at some of the youngsters are playing now.
Jota's injured now.
Curtis Jones and all these guys there.
These guys.
Injured. Yeah. And maybe you might just look on it and say, well, even if I ain't playing, it's Champions League football, and if I can knock on the door, I might get in.
Yeah. No.
You know, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain went there. Look what he's won titles.
Oh, we can say that about loads of young players, older players that have gone on. Listen.
Yeah. What has he named before?
Gnabry is a brilliant example.
Oh gosh.
One that really got away there, Gnabry. But all right.
He'll be looking at it and say, "No, I didn't get away. I escaped."
Well, he got away
escaped
and
from
then
cell
escaped.
block A.
All right, the last fact I want to give you, which is
it a positive one? I mean, all these facts are: we ain't won this since this year. We ain't done that. Lowest this from that. Worst this from that. I want to hear something positive. Give me a positive stat.
There aren't really many positive stats.
Give me a positive. If it's not a positive, I don't want to hear it. What is it? Give me a positive.
Well, Arsenal are unbeaten in their last 25 home league games against Southampton. That bit's positive. Since a 1-0 loss in November 1987. That's positive.
I'm not even having that.
But
because Burnley had never ever beaten Arsenal at the Emirates at home, and they've just beat us.
So normally that would be a listen. If we weren't where we were at, this would be a positive stat. Be like, okay, cool. Yeah,
I think I'd rather hear a stat like Arsenal have never beaten Southampton at home. Maybe then we might turn it around, because I don't know. They've got to do something. They've got to change it. So one day it has to change. One day it has to change.
What has to change?
There's quality players in that Arsenal team. I know they've been poor, but there are some, Aubameyang's quality.
I mean, we've got something out of them before. Why can't?
They've got to turn up one game. Even if it's one game out of these, they've got to turn up and batter a team.
Well, I think you thought that we'd turn up against Burnley and you went for a 4-1. Okay, are we going to turn up against Southampton, and what's the score going to be?
Going to back the badge one more time, yeah? Because they keep letting me down so much, but I'm an idiot by doing this, but I'm going to back them again on 2-1.
2-1, okay. I guess that's a fair kind of thing, even with a top 4 side in Southampton.
Arsenal under 23s against. No. I'm going to please Arsenal. Come on, man.
Yeah, surely. This is the last
come on,
straw.
You can't let the fans down continually. You have to turn up now. This is it now. This is it. And Mikel Arteta, this is it, I feel, as well.
I'm still going to stand my ground and say wait till January.
Wait till January.
See who goes.
Yeah, we could be in the bottom 3 by then.
Well, I guess let's wait and see till then. But
wait and see till we're in the bottom 3.
I mean, the whole point of getting Arteta in the first place is trying to build something so we could get somewhere. So like that's kind of preemptive, planning, all right?
What's building at the moment?
But it hasn't worked. So why are we planning ahead for things that aren't working? Why don't we just go with what's going on at the moment?
Manager of Dortmund lost 3 out of his last 5 games.
But we're Arsenal. We're never ruthless with our managers. So I'm saying it's.
So then maybe we need to start being.
But I don't think that we will be. So it's more of a mix of my opinion and what Arsenal would tend to do on.
Personally, this would be me if I was in charge. I'd be saying to Mikel, beat Southampton and then get us through to relatively unscathed till Christmas.
Yeah.
And then we'll give you some money in January to try and improve the squad to get us through till the end of the season. Then we get rid of loads of that deadwood. But Mikel, we can't just keep losing games like this. Otherwise, I'm afraid we're gonna have to get someone else in because we cannot afford to go down.
I mean, would you say we're
AFTV in the Championship.
The world's largest football fan channel.
Can you imagine that?
In the Sky Bet
Rotherham
Championship.
away. Hi, welcome along to AFTV. We're at Rotherham.
Where?
Reading away.
Reading away.
Yeah?
God.
Luton Town away.
Oh, God.
You know? Bradford City. Yeah, that's the reality of what it could be. We need to be real on this. I remember when Leeds went down, I remember some of their fans saying they could never go down. They got too many good players. Leeds is the biggest one. They had too many good players to go down, they said. What happened to them?
They went down.
We need to get our act together.
I'm
worried. No joke.
I'm worried. Listen,
no joke.
I'm only 17. I don't need this stress. I don't need this stress. Life should be good. This is the one occasion that I'm glad I'm this old, because at least I've seen Arsenal when they were good. You're right, I haven't. I really haven't. You're right, I haven't.
Oh, brother.
Well, all right, let's just see how it goes again, I guess then. But guys, thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very. See, look, it's just stressing me out. You got me rattled now. Thank you very, very much for watching. Don't forget, go to maskfc.com.
Perfect for putting over your eyes.
Again,
you won't see the game. Honestly, that fan.
Amazing. Honestly,
summed it up.
Amazing. Brilliant. Multi-purpose. All right. But yeah, use code AFTV for 10% off on maskfc.com. Fully adjustable, reusable, antiviral, nanofiltration technology.
And it stops you from seeing Arsenal.
And it stops you from seeing Arsenal,
if you want to.
The extra one. But yeah, thank you very, very much for watching. Robbie, thank you very, very much for joining me. Let's hopefully get some results.
Masks. These are the new normal. But what you want to do is get yourself an Arsenal-inspired mask. And also, these masks are comfortable. Best ones I've worn, and they actually do the job. If you want to get one, the link is in the description right now. Go to maskfc.com and get 10% off.